Hey guys, Jarell here, GreyWolf TV, back with another video for you. We are on to Fringe episode 14. Now, last one was kind of a standalone episode, again, but we did get a bit more background information. The guy who was transforming into that porcupine thing had one of those discs, data discs in his hand, the same as John Scott. Through the investigation, Boyles basically took Olivia to a massive dynamic and showed her that Nina still has John Scott's body and they're trying to recover more memories. At the same time, she kind of put that Harris guy in his place with the investigation when he was trying to push her to send her in. And she went back in the tank for one last time to pretty much say goodbye to John Scott, because Walter has now informed her and us that her memories are returning to normal and her mind is starting to purge the memories of his. So she kind of got a little bit of a goodbye with him at the end. I think that's enough of a recap, to be honest. So sit back, relax. This is episode 14.
Listen, do you remember that prisoner Jones I went to see in
Germany, right?
He escaped.
Good for him. How?
Nobody knows. It makes no sense. The German authorities came to see me last night.
How come when nobody knows and it doesn't make sense, they come to us?
What I do know is that Jones was working with Mitchell Loeb.
Oh, I remember Loeb.
Is it something that could have helped Jones escape?
It was a transportation device.
Yes.
I called it Disray, coined based on the premise disintegration, reintegration, disray. Coming through, arriving, would require weeks of decompression in a barometric tank. And if you survived that, based on what would happen next, you'd likely wish you hadn't.
So you're saying that Jones, in theory, could have zapped himself out of prison?
Yeah, 75 cents, my friend. Of course, it's old news now, given the old internet and all that. You must be an old traditionalist like myself, right? Hey, I like these. You don't see the $2 bill?
Wow, $2 bill.
Oh, God. Oh.
What?
There's something in my eyes. Oh, God.
Tommy, you are...
My eyes.
Holy shit!
To the German authorities and asked him to search any known document with those initials.
Did he find anything?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
Zerstörung durch Fortschritt der Technologie.
ZFT. Scroll down.
Destruction by advancement of technology.
Anonymous self-published manuscript. Destruction by advancement of technology. Sounds sexy and very challenging.
Warehouse building in Alston, leased to Jones' attorney. Power was cut off for months. 2 weeks ago, it was turned back on.
Ah.
The day Jones escaped from prison.
It'll be a safe house.
I need a search warrant authorized.
Sir,
Yeah, a warehouse in Alston.
sir, this can't wait.
What is it?
There's a man downstairs, says his name is David Robert Jones.
I will speak only with Agent Olivia Dunham.
Damn, this guy's got some balls on him.
Agent Dunham,
I got it. The ZFT book.
stop it.
That was quick.
Markham found some guy who collects scientific ephemera. He had a copy in his basement.
The advances of science, which is supposed to expand our knowledge of the universe, will, if not carefully controlled, destroy the world as we know it.
So it's light reading.
Wait, it gets better. Our technological ambitions have not only driven us to the brink of catastrophe, the catastrophe has already begun.
He was here. Teapot.
Now, when Agent Dunham comes to see me, I'll require the following items. A standard walkie-talkie with removable crystals, a metallic ballpoint pen, and an eyeglass repair kit.
This will only take a moment.
Go tighter on this in the hands.
This guy's really smart.
What the hell is he doing? Whoa! What's happening in there?
I don't know.
No way.
Managed to get us some privacy. It's just you and me now. When I turned myself in, there was a key in my pocket, as I'm sure you're aware. Take the key, which I assume is in forensics, go to Salem at the amusement park on Policy Street. I've left something there for you.
It seems that when one is dematerialized on a molecular level and then reassembled, there are certain unadvertised side effects.
A white cargo van is transporting an explosive device capable of killing several hundred people in the manner of the newspaper salesman and your deceased FBI colleague.
When is it set to go off?
16 hours from now.
Before anything, you are going to disable that.
You are. But first, there's the matter of the key.
I must read you one excerpt. We think we understand reality, but our universe is only one of many. The unknown truth is that the way to travel between them has already been discovered by beings much like us, but whose history is slightly ahead of our own. The negative aspects of such visitations will be irreversible both to our world and to theirs. Only one world will survive.
Do the first test only. Complete it successfully and come back to see me. Do this and no one else will die.
I got the instructions. Test 1, of 10, by the way. Turn switch on. The recruit sits no more than 24 inches from the device, but cannot touch the light board. Recruit focuses on light board. The object of the test is to systematically shut down the lights so that ultimately none are illuminated.
How?
Using all your magic powers, I guess.
It's curious. The instructions refer to the recruit. The author of the manuscript uses the same term. Many warriors of the inevitable confrontation are among us now. But before they can be considered soldiers, they must be regarded as recruits. And the expectation must be that they shall be unwilling.
We have less than 7 hours before something truly horrific will happen. Something that I'm trying to stop. And for some reason, Jones is out to get me. So, sir, would you please let me handle this?
I'm trying to get you to pass test number 1.
I know about the manuscript, the manifesto, ZFT. I know that you believe that there's some kind of war coming.
You've read it?
And that you're recruiting warriors. That's the word you use, isn't it?
You were among those treated with a cortexiphan. It's why we had you taken. We needed confirmation. Something which requires a spinal tap.
It is you who needs to cooperate!
Mr. Jones?
Anything?
Yeah, that drug Jones claims is in my body, cortexiphan.
It's a drug patented, but not approved by the FDA.
Patented to whom?
To Massive Dynamic.
Oh, what a surprise.
Why am I not surprised?
That's what I just said. Jones?
Walter's replenishing his fluids right now, but he's still gonna have to give him a full exam before we even know if he can wake him back up.
He's actually expecting me to be able to do it.
To do what?
At test number 1, the flashing lights. Jones won't cooperate unless I pass the test. You think we can trick him?
What are you asking me to do? You want me to open up the light box?
You could see what you could do.
Cortexiphan. It was part of a clinical trial of a drug that Dr. Bell created in '81. Dr. Bell theorized that the human mind at birth is infinitely capable, and that every force it encounters, social, physical, intellectual, is the beginning of a process he referred to as limitation, a diminishing of that potential.
And cortexiphan?
It was meant to limit that limitation.
Where were the trials?
Dr. Bell conducted the trials himself at Ohio State University, Worcester campus.
Nowhere else?
No.
I locked the teleporter away for a reason, one of which you are now experiencing.
Well done, Miss Dunham.
Your turn.
Indeed. 923 Church Street, 47th floor.
Says I've never seen wiring like this before.
Oh my God.
Oh, no way! It's got more lights. Jesus, that is a lot of C4.
It's rigged here for a reason. To blow out the windows.
4 blocks ain't gonna cut it.
Not even close.
Before they can be considered soldiers, they must be regarded as recruits, and the expectation must be that they shall be unwilling.
Mr. Jones, I am willing, but I am not able.
Olivia, we gotta go.
There's only one way to disable that device.
Here.
What the hell are you doing?
Whoa, 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 where are you going? Olivia, we gotta go.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck just happened? Oh my god!
You did it. What was that? How did you do that?
Shit.
I don't know. They were programmed to turn off when the countdown ended.
Maybe, but he couldn't have known when you were going to arrive. He couldn't have known the timing on that.
Well, that's what he did.
Look, I'm the last person to subscribe to this kind of stuff, but you were in the zone out there tonight, Olivia. The way you stared down that light box was like nothing I've ever seen before.
I haven't overlooked the fact that you actually created a teleportation machine.
He did.
Well, I suppose I did.
Which, despite the fact that using it kills you, is pretty damn cool.
It does something unthinkable, but it doesn't kill you.
Yeah?
There was, it turns out, a second clinical trial. Though much smaller than the one in Ohio.
There was?
Yes, in Jacksonville, Florida, at a military base.
Where am I supposed to begin with that episode? Oh, there was just so much information in that, and this show has just took an entirely new twist and turn that I wasn't expecting. We won't start with the end, we'll go back. So, we know Mr. Jones escaped prison, he arranged all of this, he turned himself in because he wanted Olivia to pass a test. The actual start of the episode showing that guy's nose and mouth and eyes sealing up wasn't really the main focus of this episode. It was about Jones and Olivia. That was just to get their attention. So, this book that Peter got that guy in the library, shop, to find, ZFT, the advancement of something or other. This seems to be like their Bible that Jones and Loeb are going off. At least Loeb was. He's on his way to prison now. And the parts that Walter read out said, I can't remember most of it, but he said there is more than one world, and the technology has gotten so far that people are now abusing it and have got to the point where they can travel to and from another world. I'm thinking that's the observers. Maybe that's who they are. That's why they can do all this stuff. And he said only one world will survive. That's already completely blown my mind, because I didn't know that was anything where this series was going to go. And they're looking at creating an army of soldiers. And I tried to remember the wording because it was said 2 or 3 times, both in the book with Walter reading it out and Mr. Jones saying it. They must be considered recruits, and the expectation is that they are unwilling. So they're trying to create an army of people to fight whatever. I don't know what they're fighting yet. And they're going to be unaware that they're needed. What I wasn't expecting when we got in the lab and she asked Peter to basically, rewire that light box so we can trick him, and he just gave her the address as to where the bomb was. I knew that wasn't right. That was too easy, way too easy. And then it turns out the real light box is strapped to all that C4 in a building. He knew she was faking him out. That wasn't the test. The big bomb in the skyscraper was the test, but he knew she'd be able to do it. He said, I have faith, you haven't. I'm confident you will accomplish your task. Speaking to... Oh, this is so complex. Speaking to Nina, she was trying to find out whether this drug that he said was in her system. That's why they kidnapped her a few episodes back and did the spinal tap on her, was testing to see if she had this drug in her. And then Nina told her she didn't. And now right at the end, she tells her, actually, these drug trials that took place back in the 80s weren't just done in the area I told you, they were done where you lived, on the military base in Florida. So does that mean she was one of those children that was tested with this drug that William Bell did all these years ago? That's just... I'm trying to get it all straight in my head. That's such a complicated episode and so much to absorb information-wise there. If I've got a few little bits wrong, I do apologise. I may have not got all of it right there. I have no idea where the hell they're going with this. So right back from day one of meeting Mr. Jones, this was his plan between him and Loeb. It's why Loeb was breaking into prisons to get him out, to be able to accomplish all of this. Because they did that abduction of Olivia before he even escaped from prison. So this was the end game for him. And Walter's just said the device that he invented doesn't kill you. He said it does something worse, but it doesn't kill you. What the hell does it do? Change all your molecules around? Turn you not human or something? Wow. Okay. Apart from a couple of episodes, and I can't recall exactly which ones they are now, the pilot, the first two-parter, and I can't remember the other one, there was another one as well, that were my favourite episodes. That goes right in with them now. That's in my top 3 for this season, because they just dropped all this information on you that you didn't know was coming. We needed an understanding as to what Mr. Jones was up to and why Loeb was doing what he was doing, and it turns out it's all come back to Olivia. That was fabulous. Right. Well, guys, that was episode 14. I cannot wait to see the remainder of this season. The show is getting so good. This is sci-fi at its best. It's just so well executed and written. I can't wait for the next one. This is the first episode of the 2 that we do this week. I will be back with another one in a couple of days. If you do want to watch this full episode, don't forget it will be available over on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Until then, guys, please like, share and subscribe and put your comments down in below. I want to know what you guys thought again at this point without giving away any spoilers. That was brilliant. I love that. I can't wait for the next one. Right, guys. I'll see you for the next episode in a couple of days. Take care.